Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to my cozy corner of the internet. This is Nephilim VA bringing you the 7th chapter of After the Fall, written by Alex_is_writing_again on AO3. Last time we had a bit of a giggle, but I have a feeling that warm and fuzziness will have worn off in this chapter. Will it? Let's find out after the trigger warnings. This fan fiction is for mature audiences with a trigger warning for attempted suicide and drug use. If that isn't your style, then I recommend Humans Make Surprisingly Good Pillows by DogBlue9 on AO3. It can be found on my channel! Now let's dive deeper once again, into a world where UA is a university, and you enter at the age of 18 but there are still 3 years of school, where canon divergence is the name of the game. Now I implore you to sit back and relax whilst I read to you. Chapter 7. Power. Good work! All Might said with a nod to Izuku. You really surprised me, you entertainer! I'm impressed! There was only a month left until the UA entrance exams, and Izuku had completely finished cleaning the beach. 10% of the total cleanup had been thanks to Katsuki, but those were only the areas that All Might had not told him to clean. Look at this! All Might held up his phone, showing Izuku a picture of himself. It's you, crying, 9 months ago! At that moment, Izuku realized how far he had truly come. I feel like I'm cheating, Izuku muttered under his breath, momentarily forgetting All Might was standing in front of him. All Might tilted his head slightly. What are you saying? This was all your hard work! Izuku lightly shook his head and blinked, as he was brought back to reality. Right, of course, so, how do I inherit your power? All Might plucked a hair from his own head with a huge grin. Eat this! All Might exclaimed. Izuku wondered if this was a joke or not. No way he needed to eat literal hair to get All Might's power. That's just gross. Izuku looked up at All Might with a confused and hesitant look. To inherit my power, you have to swallow some of my DNA. That's how it works, he stated, scratching the back of his head. Izuku hesitantly took the hair from him. Well, I guess this is better than the alternative, Izuku thought, now almost thankful he had to eat hair. He swallowed the hair and looked at All Might. How long will it take to kick in? He asked, ready to use the power. It should kick in about 3 hours. While we wait for it to kick in, I'm going to take you to UA University. You need experience with your power if you want to pass the entrance exam in a month. Izuku knew All Might was right, and what place was better to train than the grounds of UA? Wow, I can't believe that I'm really at UA, Izuku said in awe after getting his pass to be on campus. I always dreamed that I would be here one day and now I'm actually standing in the UA campus. He looked around in awe of the amount of land inside the walls separating the rest of the world from the campus. He couldn't even see how far the walls spanned. All Might led Izuku to a clearing on campus where they would safely train Izuku's new power. As Izuku waited for his power to kick in, he practiced throwing punches at All Might, perfecting his form for when the quirk manifested. He practiced against All Might's weak form, so it was a little more fair. With every punch after the 2.5-hour mark, All Might changed forms, and Izuku was trying to use One for All, when suddenly, at the 15-minute mark of him trying, he used the quirk. Excruciating pain shot up Izuku's arm, and he knew he just felt it break. His happiness with using the power was in competition with pain for dominance on his face. He looked at All Might and was shocked to find that All Might looked just as confused as Izuku felt. Well, that's troubling. I can't say I've ever had that problem, All Might stated with a little concern in his voice. Great. He doesn't even know what's happening, Izuku thought, annoyed at himself for not being able to use the quirk properly. How can I have already fucked up? Well, we should get you to Recovery Girl, All Might said, putting his hand on Izuku's shoulder. I'm sure that pain is no fun. The walk to Recovery Girl was full of pain. Izuku felt like his arm was betraying him. Was my form wrong? Was that what I did to mess up so bad and hurt myself? As sure as he was that he hadn't done anything wrong when he threw his punch, he couldn't help but assume that he had done it wrong. In his mind, there was no other way for the punch to backfire on him so badly. All Might, what happened to this poor child? Recovery Girl inquired when they arrived at her office. He isn't used to his new quirk yet, All Might stated. Izuku wondered if she knew about how he got his quirk. All Might had said it so casually that his quirk was new, it was like she had to know. Recovery Girl looked up at All Might. So you chose your successor. Interesting that his body reacts so differently from yours with the power. Okay, Izuku thought. So she does know. I wonder how many people do. Recovery Girl turned to Izuku, who was so excited to meet him he had no idea what to say, and planted a kiss on his arm, activating her quirk to heal him. Izuku was in awe at how quickly his pain disappeared. Thank you so much, Izuku basically shouted. Your quirk is so cool. How many people can you heal in one day? Is there a limit at all? Does it make you tired? How did you find out about your quirk? Izuku was so excited that the questions just kept coming. Recovery Girl let out a small laugh. The limits of my quirk really have to do with who I'm healing. If you're too tired, you can't heal as quickly or as much. You're probably starting to feel a little tired. That's because healing takes energy. Izuku hadn't realized that he was getting tired yet because of how excited he was about meeting Recovery Girl. Oh, now that you mention it, I am pretty tired. Izuku yawned and stretched. I know you were probably excited to learn how to use your quirk today, but you should head home and rest. Try to think of ways to use your quirk that won't hurt you while you rest, Recovery Girl told Izuku before sending him out of her office. And you, All Might, it's your job to teach him. You need to try to think of ways to teach him not to hurt himself with his quirk. All Might nodded in response before walking out of the door with Izuku. I'll take you back home so you can rest, All Might said, looking at Izuku. Let's go! Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate all the support you've given me. Did you notice anything different about this video? Well, if you didn't, I'll tell you. I don't have my tongue piercing in at the moment. Definitely wasn't fun almost swallowing it when I was on the bus, but it's fine. Did you prefer my voice without the piercing? Please do tell me in the comments. All credits go to the original creator of this fanfiction, Alex_is_writing_again on AO3. I would highly appreciate it if you gave this video a like and you subscribe to the channel and you hit the notification bell to be notified of when I next upload. There is no pressure to do so though. Thank you for visiting my cozy corner of the internet. Keep growing my sunflowers. Mwah.